After 50, mornings are no longer just the beginning of a new day. They become one of the most sensitive moments for your heart and brain health. A habit that once seemed harmless could quietly push you closer to the risk of a stroke. As a doctor who has worked with thousands of older patients, I want to share with you the 6 common morning mistakes I see and the simple ways to change them, starting tomorrow. 1. Drinking too much coffee before eating. I want you to imagine this. You've just woken up. The house is still quiet. You walk into the kitchen and immediately reach for your first cup of coffee. Sound familiar? For many people, that's their wake-up ritual. But if you're over 50, this seemingly harmless act could be making your heart work harder than it needs to. I had a patient, Margaret, 67, who lived alone and always started her mornings with 2 cups of black coffee on an empty stomach. She thought it helped her feel alert, but every morning her heart raced, her hands felt weak. After checking, we found that her blood vessels were constricting significantly in the morning. Combined with caffeine, it caused sudden spikes in blood pressure, a major risk for seniors. Instead, I suggested she drink a warm glass of water, eat something light, then enjoy her coffee. The result? She slept better, felt calmer, and her mornings were no longer filled with anxiety. Have you ever felt something similar? If so, maybe it's time to gently reset that routine so your mornings feel not only energized, but safe too. 2. Holding in urine after waking up. Think back to this morning. What did you do after opening your eyes? Many people, maybe even you, wake up, grab their phone, scroll through the news or messages, and just lie there a bit longer. It feels relaxing, right? But while that's happening, something else is going on. You're holding your urine and your body is under pressure. A former patient, Harold, 72 years old, once told me, "I never thought holding my pee for a few minutes could affect my heart." But it can. A full bladder triggers the release of cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that spike blood pressure and tighten blood vessels. And in the morning, when blood pressure is already naturally higher, that's a dangerous combo. Have you ever delayed going to the bathroom just to finish reading something? That small habit may seem harmless, but sometimes it's the little things that shape our long-term health. Tomorrow morning, don't wait. When your body sends a signal, listen. 3. Ignoring dizziness or weakness in the morning. Picture this. You wake up, stand up from bed, and feel lightheaded. Maybe your balance is off. Your left hand feels weak, or one side of your face tingles. You might say, "It's probably just age catching up with me." But as a doctor who's worked with seniors for decades, I can tell you that's not a signal to ignore. I had a patient, Raymond, 66, who said he felt dizzy almost every morning, but would rest a few minutes and feel better. One morning, he woke up and couldn't speak clearly. It was a mini stroke, TIA, and his body had been warning him for days. Have you ever felt anything like that? Don't brush it off. Even the smallest signs are your body whispering, "Pay attention to me." If something feels off, write it down, get it checked. What you ignore today could be what you regret tomorrow. 4. Not drinking water right after waking. Imagine your body after a full night's sleep, 7 to 8 hours with no food, no drink, no movement. At that moment, your brain is like dry land craving moisture. But many people forget this. They rush to brush their teeth, brew coffee, turn on the TV, and skip the most basic need, water. I remember a gentleman named George, 74 years old. He told me, "I don't feel thirsty, so I don't drink." What he didn't realize is that thirst weakens with age, but the body's need for hydration doesn't. When you skip water in the morning, your blood thickens, circulation slows, and your heart works harder to pump blood to the brain, quietly increasing stroke risk. Do you think, "I'll drink when I'm thirsty"? Well, by the time you feel thirst, it might already be too late. Tomorrow, try a simple glass of room temperature water. No ice, no lemon, nothing fancy. Just enough to gently awaken your brain. Don't let your body's silence turn into a health crisis. Start with a small sip every morning. 5. Getting out of bed too quickly. Think back to a recent morning. The alarm rings, you open your eyes, and immediately jump out of bed. It feels productive, right? But after 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is still adjusting. Your heart rate is low, blood pressure is low, circulation is slow. Getting up too quickly is like starting a cold car and slamming the gas pedal. One patient, Helen, 69, once fell in her bathroom minutes after waking up. Not because the floor was slippery, but because she stood up too quickly. Her brain didn't get enough blood, and she lost balance. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously hurt, but it was a wake-up call. Ever felt dizzy when standing up in the morning? That's your body saying, "Slow down. Lie still for a minute. Take deep breaths. Then gently sit up and place your feet on the floor." One slow morning minute can add years of strength and safety. 6. Eating a salty breakfast. Your breakfast doesn't just fuel your energy, it affects your brain and heart health too. After a long night, your blood pressure naturally rises a little in the morning. That's normal. But if you eat a high-sodium breakfast at that time, you're adding fuel to the fire. One patient, 65, told me his go-to breakfast was a sausage and cheese sandwich with instant cereal. He thought it was quick and balanced. But even with medication, his blood pressure remained dangerously high. The hidden culprit? All the sodium packed into those processed foods. Have you ever looked at the nutrition label on cereal or store-bought bread? You'd be shocked at how much salt hides in so-called healthy choices. Now, imagine your brain's blood vessels like delicate water pipes, and you're blasting them with high pressure every morning. Eventually, something gives. Tomorrow, try a boiled egg, a slice of avocado, or low-sodium oatmeal. Breakfast should protect your health, not quietly attack it. Dear friend, after 50, every little morning habit can be the key to a healthier day, or a silent step towards stroke. Don't ignore dizziness. Don't skip that glass of water. Don't rush through breakfast. Your body is whispering signals, and our job is to listen and care. If this video helped you reflect on your own habits, please hit like so I know you're with me. Share this with someone you care about, because one small change today can protect a whole future tomorrow.